Hi everyone and welcome back to Radical Lifestyle. Today we're continuing our tour of Expo 2020. It's been almost 3 months since Expo closed and I still miss most of the sights and sounds. Things I missed were these robots that were rolling around all over Expo. They were there to help people. This particular one reminds everyone to wear a mask and to sanitize their hands frequently. Today we're going to cover one of the most popular pavilions in the Expo site, and that's Germany. Germany was one of the most sought-after pavilions in the Expo, and it was the most hardest to get into. People would wait hours and hours just to get a chance to go inside. Once it was our turn to go in, we got these ID badges, which we used to scan and interact with all of the exhibitions that are inside. As we continued to wait for our chance to go inside, we got to read a lot more about the land and the provinces of Germany. We are now getting close to the entrance, and one of the first interactions or exhibitions is a video book. Now let's take a look.
Many incredible forces have created and shaped our planet for millions and billions of years. When, all of a sudden, life began. And life set out to evolve. Until, at some point, we came along. Seemingly within the blink of an eye, mankind took the stage. And we began to shape the planet ourselves, fitting it best to our needs. Which is why we call this era the Anthropocene, the age of humankind. Unfortunately, some of our plans had no regard for other creatures or the planet itself. Today, our leading role and our impact raise a lot of questions. How will we generate our energy in the future? How will we protect the biodiversity? And in what kind of cities do we want to live? Campus Germany invites you to get to know the answers. Connect your minds and immerse yourself in 100,000 ideas for a better future.
Wow, how cool was that? Now that door opened to another huge playroom. This playroom is not just for kids, it's for adults too. Each one of these yellow balls represents an idea an individual has, and keeping with the theme of explore 100,000 ideas. After playing around in the ball pit for a while, we moved on to the next area of the pavilion. The whole theme of the Germany Pavilion is biodiversity, renewable energy, and sustainability, and you can see a lot of that in their architecture. We are now entering one of the first interactive rooms. Now this room is all about renewable energy. There are so many activities that we can interact with here and also learn a lot more about renewable energy, fossil fuels, and such. In every corner of this room, and actually the whole pavilion, there are these video displays set up along with these earphones. We've now reached our first interactive exhibition here. So this is called an inner kite. Once a person steps up to the machine, it scans our name tag and captures our name on the display screen. Let's check out my husband try to play this game. Well, that was a very quick game. The whole point of the game was to show us how wind can be used as a power source. And then we moved on to the next interactive exhibition. This whole section was full of many interactive exhibitions, all of which had something to do with renewable energy. Now check out this cool interactive exhibition. Now the next area we're going into is going to show us what the future cities could look like. As the quote says, by the year 2100, 85% of the population will be living in cities. Now, just what type of cities should they look like? What materials and sources should we use to make it safe for the planet and also for our future? That's what we're going to see in this section. We also see a lot of interactive exhibitions here as well, like this one. I think no one realized that the targets are actually a little bit lower on the screen instead of the ones on top. Now, some of the exhibitions are pretty straightforward and some are a little bit confusing. Now this one is a really cool game that requires 4 people. And as you can see on the display, the machine has already scanned my card and got my name. The goal of the game is to have your bacteria eat as much plastic pieces as it can. And the one who eats the most is the winner. Now let's check out this game. Well, that was a really fun game, and it looks like I won this game. Now we're in the next section of the pavilion, and I think this is more about the ecosystems of Germany. There's a really cool map here, which has magnifying glasses attached to it. At first glance, it looks like a pretty ordinary map. Now, once you look through the magnifying glasses, you can see different animals and different graphics pertaining to the particular ecosystem of that region. Now we're getting almost towards the end of the pavilion. And let me tell you, this pavilion did not disappoint at all. It was definitely worth waiting those long lines. Now we're going into the grand finale of the pavilion, and this is really cool. Let's take a look.
The graduation hall. Your journey is almost complete. Our planet is in constant motion. It is constantly changing. And more than ever before, it's being changed by us.
At the same time, we feel, we know that something.
During your journey through the campus, you all voted for sustainability, responsibility.
You all have voted for a world worth living in. That
Sometimes we feel powerless. And you're right. It's hard to change the world alone.
But we don't have to. Let's try a little experiment. As we think the same way, we can move the same way.
Look, you're not stuck any longer. Let's move together and inspire the people around us to move as well.
Move towards your beliefs to reach a better future.
And it takes you, and each and every one of you, to inspire, to connect, and to keep moving.
Thank you.
Wow, now that was a really cool show. And what a way to end this amazing pavilion. Hope you all enjoyed exploring the Germany Pavilion with me. Now I'm not done. There's still lots more pavilions to explore. Now I want you guys to stay tuned and hit that like and subscribe button and share this with all your friends. Now I'll catch you next time.